SharkyBreath.
He plays video games.
Hello and welcome back to Sable. So, I've been gathering fishes in the sand. I've been gathering butterflies. I'm not really sure what I'm doing with all that stuff, but I'm sure I'm carrying around a bunch of organisms at this point. And, I think next I'm going to head to the city, like I said I was going to do. Which I think is out west, which is that way. It's apparently that way. Cool. Oh, hey, there's a, wait a second, is that a cartographer's balloon? That is a cartographer's balloon, isn't it? Well, let's go there first. Jamoon, let's go there. Sorry for calling you when you were apparently directly next to me, but I, forgot to just use my compass to check where you were and save you some trouble. Yeah, let's get up there. Buy the local map and see if I can figure out anything from that first. I do recognize I need to go back to the initial area and catch the fishes I'm missing if I want to pursue the fisherman's path. But I figure I can also, given there's fast travel, I can probably do that at any time. I just need to go actually do it. Burnt Oak Station, Balfron Connection, The Whale, and Ecria. The Whale. Southwest is The Whale. The Whale. What whale? That way. Probably be easier to tell what they're talking about when they say the whale once I have the map. So let's go get the map. Seems to be at this thing here. Just need to figure out a way to get up there. Seems to have a pretty slick exterior. I'm guessing I could climb it, but I only have so much stamina, Oh, hey, there's a path in. Can you fit in there, Simoon? That's not a path. It's more like a hangar, kinda. Maybe it's just a bridge. We might just be under a bridge. I'm not sure. Okay, let me hop off and see what I can figure out here. I might be able to climb that, but after that, things get tricky. There really wasn't anything in here, right? No doors? No nothing? No nothing. Okay. Simone, let's check this perimeter and make sure there's not anything a little bit more approachable, A door would be nice. It looks like some kind of a structure, so presumably there's some way into it, right? If not, then what the heck's the point of there being a thing? Ah! Hey, here we go. Stairs. Stairs. Inconvenient stairs, but stairs nonetheless. What is that noise? Is it the birds? That could be the birds, actually, yeah. Those sand coils or whatever. That could easily be the sand coils. Alright. This looks promising. Ah. It looks like this was once a city. Maybe a small city, but a city nonetheless. Shaded leaf butterfly. Got a shaded leaf butterfly. That's the same kind. That's the same kind I was gathering in that oasis. Whoa! This absolutely was a city! Yeah, that's the quails, indeed, making little squawky noises. They had one of these places where you go to get your mask. Huh. But I don't... Some half-circle impressions. Am I supposed to bring something here? Do I need to go into another one of these? This is where I got my initial mask, but maybe there's another mask to be gotten here, or... Maybe this is none of my business. Maybe this is a city that used to exist and has fallen to ruin, and therefore... I don't know. I don't know. It's a little surprising if there's, a city of this scale, that it would just be abandoned. But then again, I guess there aren't that many of us to begin with. From what I can tell, anyway. Perhaps it's just that... No matter how well developed this is, the biggest city in the area is just nearby, so there's no particular point in living here instead. Well, that's a half-moon thing. It does appear as though I'm going to need to be gathering something to go inside that... Man, I just can't hold on to stuff when I'm free-falling. And it makes sense, it's just a little... I don't have a better way of transporting items. Look at that. This... beetle. It's not a beetle, is it? What is this? Maybe it is a beetle. Could be beetleish. It's shaped a lot like this thing here, so I assume this is intentional. There. There you go. Let's have another look around. I saw there was a door over here, and it looks like an openable door. Based on, you know, what little knowledge I have of this sort of thing. Excuse me. Let's see. How would one go about opening a door like this? Maybe one doesn't open a door like this. Maybe one sneaks in instead. Okay. And it doesn't seem to open from the inside either. $20, great. Ha! Okay, so I've got this. What's the deal with this here, though? Hang on, put that down. There's something in there. You can see it. It's a pressure point. A pressure plate. So I need to enter that from above, it seems? Right. It's open above. I guess the idea is that, yes, this thing is in here, but I can't carry it out through... Yeah, I can't crawl while carrying this thing. So I have to put it down here, and then enter through the roof, hit the pressure plate, which probably will open the door, and then perhaps I can get the statue out? Bring it over to those indentations in the ground? Perhaps. Alright, here we go. This is what I was looking for. Can I just... Yeah, there we go. Good. Okay. And that opens that. And if I get off, it does stay open, so that's good. I guess we just climb this to get out? Hopefully you can climb this plank to get out, even if you're at minimum stamina, because I feel like otherwise you might be able to get yourself stuck in that hole permanently. Which, you know, heck of a way to end your gliding. I went to an abandoned city, and I jumped in a hole, and I died in the hole. That would be a really sad story, Sable. Fortunately, that is not what happened. Can I run while holding it? No, I can't run while holding this, because the run button is the throw button. But I'm pretty good at throwing this thing. Despite the noises Sable makes when holding it, it seems that it's not as heavy as all that. Ta. Great. Double beetled. We need a third beetle, though, huh? Triple beetle. And also I need to remember that I needed to stop by the balloon at the top. Yeah, up there. Which... How does one go there? This way? Is that water? Is that water? We have water? We have water. Not very much of it, and I probably shouldn't be tromping around in it if we, you know, if it's this rare of a resource, but I'm doing it. Tromping achieved. Oh, hey, it's the third beetle. Okay. Do I have to carry it through the water? No, the water just goes in a circle. Okay. How do I get the beetle out of the hole? I can't climb with beetle. So I gotta find a path that I missed. Oh, okay. Here, we're just, ha! Well, that wasn't what I was going for. That wasn't what I was going for at all. And then I gotta use the water passage to get back up again. I see, okay. This may take some doing. As I don't exactly get a targeting reticle while I'm throwing things, you know. So I just need to aim better than that. I feel like when you throw, you don't throw specifically straight forward either. So it's a little tricky. Nah! I guess it's relatively straightforward. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so. Now I'm here. Which is good. Aha! Then I follow. And take the beetle. Then we go to the face. And we put the beetle in front of the face. And see what the face's judgment is. What do you think of these beetles? I feel like that was a lot more slower and ceremonial the first time it happened. Oh, it's just a box. Okay. Cool. Monumental stone top. An incredibly crafted piece of ritual clothing. It is awkward to wear, but hard to take your eyes off. Huh. So I can just wear an entire outfit that's all awkward to wear. That's a good time. Here we go. Great. And now I got glowy bits. Around my arms and torso. Good. Good. But I don't have my hood again, my cloak. I don't feel good without my cloak. So I probably won't wear this very long, but... I mean, plus, you know, both my pants and my shirt specifically say that they're uncomfortable to wear, so that's nice. Got another butterfly, obviously. That's a torch. Do I have any need for torch? I don't think I have a need for torch. Let's just climb up here. Start heading for the top of the balloon, since evidently that's the thing I need to do. Since that's why I came here in the first place. To get a map. This seems like a self-contained room, but I will take the $20. Let's see. Is this a maze? This feels a little bit like a maze. Not really a maze. Is that... Seems like a trapdoor, but I don't have a way of interacting with it. Yeah, okay. Someone's personal belongings. Bunch of notebooks. Electric light. I think that's an electric light, or possibly a, you know, mechano-magical light, like we seem to do around here. Stairs! Beautiful! Stairs are nice. I do have a long way up to go, so I was hoping to be something like this. These are in remarkably good repair, given the state of the rest of this place, but maybe this particular building is better maintained? Maybe all those notebooks and stuff belong to the map maker who's up on top? The cartographer? Could be. Bucket. I got a bucket. There. Well, that's a noisy bucket, I tell you what. Glass vials and whatnot. Do we have an alchemist here too or something? Chemist? Dunno. $20. I'm just looting this person's house. I hope that's okay. That's one of those steel trap doors, I would assume. I cannot open it. I wonder if this is a thing where, like, once I've made my way up there, the person at the top will be like, oh, hey, let me open all those trapdoors so you can have an easier time going up and down. I wasn't expecting a visitor, or something like that, you know? It feels possible. We go the long way around at first, and then we get the short way down. Maybe. Or maybe not. Maybe nobody opened those trapdoors. Maybe the ladders are for somebody else, and not for me. Huh, and it has ceased to be convenient. Okay, well, then let's start clambering. Up we go. Okay. I feel like they're gonna hide a chum somewhere in this climb. Huh. That's a bit of a formidable climb. I think I can make it, though, so let's just... Okay. Will my stamina hold out? If not, we're falling all the way down. Hooray! I think I can make it. Oh yeah, we got this. There we go. Good. Okay. And this is spiraling slowly upward, so I guess we do it again? Okay, I can just hold the jump button to glide as soon as I'm jumping. And I should probably do that more often, instead of trying to hit glide again afterwards. Well, it's almost like stairs. Stairs for someone who likes inconvenience. Or is Mario. Could be stairs for someone who is Mario. Apparently the stairs for me too, but they seem inconvenient. Cartographer's balloon. I am not there yet. Don't get ahead of yourself. I guess I can climb up there. That might conjunct this whole experience. There we go. Here we are. This is nice. There's a door. It's not open. Yes, I know I'm at the cartographer's balloon. But what if I just climb this? Aha! There we go. Hi. You chose an inconvenient place to hang out. You know that? Hi. I say hello to the cartographer. Cartographer Talon. Ahoy! You know, a surprising number of people show up here. Between you and me, I think they just want to feel tall. Like you, for example. I decide immediately that he doesn't need to know whether that's my reason or not. I'm not going to even apparently acknowledge that particular thought on his front. Buy a map locally. Yeah, let's get a map. Let's see what I have. Let's see what you have. We've got the Red Sea map, which is 100. Oof. Things are getting expensive, huh? Cartographer bike front. Created from material salvaged from cartographer balloons. The front of this bike is extremely lightweight. And it looks like it has a big old, like, underjaw. Neat. Cartographer's badge. I know about those, of course. Cartographer's badge are the same price everywhere, but the maps seem to increase in price. Maybe it's just because this particular place has the biggest city? Could be. Give me that. If you didn't want me to loot your house, then you shouldn't charge 100 of those things for your map. Someone in the comments told me what the currency is called again, and I forgot again. This is what I get for recording early in the morning. Give me that badge. Badge hobbyist. Collect 5 badges. I did it. And 2 of them are the same. I have two cartographer's badges, 2 machinist badges, yeah? Cool. I guess I could grab the bike front while I'm here. It's not exactly convenient to get up here after all. I need a better source of money, though. I need to learn how to sell a fish. Ah, I seem to have nothing left for you. Ha! That's exactly what the other cartographer said. Hope that was helpful. Goodbye. Let me see here. Local points of interest, please. I ask if there are any points of interest nearby, and his response feels refreshingly unrehearsed. I can only imagine how many times cartographers need to give the same information to visitors day in and day out. The city of Ekria is close by. Have you been yet? And 5 Bells Camp isn't too far either, he thinks. The Palm Forest? You ought to get a look in there, actually. Especially if you like mystery. There's a ruined ship in there no one's touched for years. I have touched it. Very recently. It is no longer untouched. Sorry. And speaking of ruined ship, the whale is around here as well. You won't find many things older than that. What can I do for you? What other regions are we near? The salt flats of the waste are to the northeast. Then southward, you start to see the sands going dark as you get into Hakoa, the Black Desert. And if you head east, that's Sandsea. That's true, that's where I came from. What can I do for you? Cool, nothing. Good. Thank you. I can actually get on your vehicle. I cannot get on your vehicle. I am not allowed to scale the sides of your vehicle. Well, fine. We'll find you just be like that. Great. So let me look at my map. Ooh. It's red over here. And this extends straight to the edges of the... What is that stuff over there? Are we on some kind of a plateau? I will have to check out the edge at some point, huh? Okay. So my hometown was kind of north-central, it seems. But I've made my way almost to the edge of the world. What is this? That seems concerning. Talon, what does that mean? There's the Balfour connection. I already came from there. That wouldn't be... Is that the whale? That could be the whale now that I look at it. Although the whale might be over here too. But I suspect if I made my way to the whale, it would probably say the whale when I got there, yeah? And this must be Ekria, I guess. I guess. Recommended I go to the Palm Forest, which of course I already came from, but doesn't have the Palm Forest marked on the map. That's inconvenient. Perhaps it's on one of the street signs around here. What is this thing? It almost looks like a river, but I don't know that we have rivers here. Well, that could be water right there. Maybe that's why Ekria is built over there, is because they actually have a source of water. I have been wondering where we get water. It can't just be that one puddle I just trod in earlier, I assume. Alright, well, are there any chubs on this particular... Chums. They're chums, not chubs. They're chums. Chums, not chubs. Okay, there's one right over there. That might be the only one in the area, I suppose. Let's try and get a good aerial view while I'm up here. I think that might be the only one, so let's just launch my way that way. Alright, thank you, bye! Perfect. This is working out great. Oh, I guess the Palm Forest is right there, huh? It's directly in front of me. Perhaps that's why it's not on the map, because you can just look at it. And there it is. But it still seems like it would be nice if, you know, there was some sort of indication of the local foliage on the map. But apparently there's not, and I'll just have to live with that. Hello. Chum egg. Hey. Good, thank you. Alright, 27. I need 20 for the next stamina upgrade, right? And I already delivered 5 and 15, so I need another 13, I'm thinking. Provided I'm doing my math right. Hey, look, another chum. Let's go get that one. I probably should have checked the area just in case there was another one around, but, you know. When am I going to be on this roof again? This is clearly going to be the next most convenient one, so... Hi, birds. Hanging out with the chum, were you? Not anymore! I have transformed the chum into an egg. You will never see them again. Perhaps chums are chums to the birds, but not this one, not anymore. Whose card is that, do you think? No idea. Someone has been irresponsible with their possessions. Speaking of which, hello, Simoon. Do you count as a possession? I don't actually know that you do. Hi. Where are we going? Where are we going? I guess I've got to go to Ecria. So, straight west it seems like. Oops, that's the wrong button. It says on the screen what the buttons are, and I just don't pay attention. This way. Okay. Straight west. Through the rock spires. We've got these little patches of scrubs around. Well, come to think on it, patches of plants, maybe the thing to do is, fish. Let's see what we got. Ha! Got any fishes over there? About it. You don't like those particular roots? Why not? Whoa! Okay. I forgot about the interface for fish. Get fish. There we go. Put them in the box. Put them in the box. I don't know the fishes in this area well enough to identify this one by feel. There we go. It's another sand ray. I thought they were supposed to be rare. Okay, cool. I got it. Maybe someday I can learn to sell a fish. And having the sand rays will be useful at that time. And I can get a bunch of, scores, slashes. What is it called? I know you just told me. I'll check the comment when I'm not recording. Thank you for telling me. Sorry I can't retain it. I'm hoping that's what I can do with fish, since I don't seem to be able to eat them anyway. Are the birds circling an indication that, oh yes, here we are. This must be Ecria. Although I must say, as the biggest city in the area, it's not that big. There must not be very many of us at this point, huh? Us, humans? I think we're humans. We seem human. Certainly the big face shrines look like human faces. So it would seem to make sense. Well, there's a dock here, but it is fully occupied. I guess I'll just park nearby like a punk. Hi! Who you? Nice horns. They're like ram horns a little bit. Hi. Bike merchant Ovid. Need something fast, reliable? Both? Neither? We've got all sorts of bike parts. Just for you, Glider. Bike parts. I would like to trade. Here's what I got. We got Ecrine green dye. Giraffe bike booster. The tall neck adjusts to counterweight large objects that this bike is used to pull across the dunes. It can feel a little unwieldy if you aren't towing anything. I see. Giraffe bike front. An engine designed for pulling things across long distances, commonly used for transporting large ship parts. Scrappers are often seen with these. All right. Giraffe bike wings. Stores large amounts of energy for pulling objects across dunes, useful for pulling something covered by heavy sands to the surface, which I feel like is not going to be an option for me. And I don't know that it would actually change my bike's operation or capabilities, but it's probably more just background color. Speedster bike engine. A large fin at the back lowers to provide fantastic aerodynamics. The small fins allow micro adjustments in tuning and drag for discrete control. Never mind, bikes have stats. These probably make a difference. Speedster bike front. A recent machinist development. You can see how the sleek lines of the machined metal deflect wind to create incredible speed. Okay. I guess it would make sense if the Speedster bike is fast. Small fins, Speedster bike wing. Small fins flutter like gills, creating small airflows that allow subtle controlled movements at high speed. So good handling and good speed. And it looks vaguely like a fish, I think is supposed to, maybe? Delivery bike engine, carefully sprung and balanced for delivering delicate gear across all types of terrain. It would take a big hit for a package to drop off the back of the carrier. In the front, a part used by delivery drivers across Midden. There are hidden storage slots built underneath metal panels at the front for sensitive cargo. I wonder if that actually applies to me and all. The wings. Metal frames on the sides of the bike are used for hauling gear by couriers. Getting the balance of the bike correct before setting off is very important. Riding an unsettled bike over a big dune can result in a messy landing. Okay. Salt. We have so many parts. Salt bike engine. The large wheel at the back of this bike is used in processing of salt gathered from salt pools. Can I gather salt? Is that a thing I can do? Salt bike front. A hefty bike module used to counterbalance the other industrial components of bikes used by salt farmers. Heavy wings used by salt farmers in the sodic waste gives bikes a heavy weighting. I assume yes. Biker top, often worn by bikers from the Red Sea, designed to give good movement whilst accelerating across dunes. Okay. And biker trousers. Padding inside the legs makes sure these don't wear thin while riding bikes constantly over long distances at high speeds. That does seem useful. And it does have a cape, or at least a hood, which I do appreciate. But I don't have a good source of money right now, so I feel like I shouldn't be buying much from the bike guy. I bought that one part because, you know, I can't get to the top of that building conveniently just at any time I want. So it seemed appropriate to buy the cartographer's bike part. I don't know. Let me just look at this. Welcome to Ecria. Okay. The only new thing here is the thieving magpie well to the southwest, and the whale is to the south at this point. So that way. Thieving magpie well that way. Alright, well, I'm not going to worry about that at the moment. We got a city to check out. I bet it's full of NPCs who don't want to talk to me. Am I right? You know I'm right. Your head looks like a machine head. How does that work? Are we... Well, there's a lot of docks around here. I guess that makes sense. This must be those giraffe parts I've heard so much about. Okay. Hi. What's up? Sarai Nomad Yuki. Oh no, what am I going to do? They've lost power in town. The merchants have started hiking their prices, and now I can't afford my tea. Your tea? What are you going to do? I mean, maybe fix the power problem? Although I bet you I'm going to have to fix the power problem because I'm the one who has agency. That's often how it seems to go. Hi. What's up? Sarai merchant Josh. The whole of Ecria is on edge. Not good for business, I tell you. Even my regulars aren't coming now. What's going on? There's been a bit of a ruckus around the power supply into the town. There ain't none. Rumors of all sorts going around. Maybe it was the merchants in the market. Maybe it was an outsider. I'm sure the townies would love to blame us Sarai. Luckily, outsider business for fruit is still going. A bit slower, but Sarai don't have to worry too much about power out here. Goodbye. Well, what are you selling? Let's see here. I would like to trade with you. Here's what I got. Absolutely nothing. He's selling nothing. I didn't talk to the biker about the bike vendor person about what's going on around here. There were rumors I could discuss, right? Yes, you. Need something fast? No. What's going on? Power in town is down. Pays to have a quick ride out right now. Lots of folks are looking to head out if things don't get back to normal soon. That's concerning, given that it's the biggest town in the area. I feel like there'd be a lot of people who would have no place to go at that point. Then again, maybe we do have some nomadic tendencies amongst some of us. Certainly my people have that. I like your mask, but you have some interesting posture there? I feel like that would be rough on your back. Hi. Maz. You! Glider! My name is Maz. I have a problem, and I wonder if you could help me. He has a voice like burnished steel, despite the softness he tries to inject into his entreaty. The tone of a man more used to orders than requests. I don't know if I got your voice right. Burnished steel. Huh. I gesture for him to continue. I can at least hear him out. It's my son. He sighs. He's being held by the Ecrine Guard. They caught him tampering with the water supply. Oh, so you do have water here. He puts up a hand to reassure me before I can speak any doubt. He was only trying to tap the supply, not taint it. He aimed to bring us a better source of water, one that would benefit us immensely. That sounds like a crime. Is that really a crime? Tap the supply, not taint it. Is that I will try to be sympathetic to this man's son's position for the moment. I don't have enough information to make a judgment, but it's asking me to make a judgment. Is that a crime? By Ecrine law, this is illegal, yes, but if we followed Ecrine law, we would all die of thirst waiting on some functionary to make the slightest effort. He sighs and crosses his arms, taking a step back. It is hard to tell if he's already defeated or just trying to tamp down some rising hope. I won't work to convince you. If it sounds like too much, I understand, but someone needs to stand against this, and for several reasons, it cannot be me, not this time. Can you help? Sure. I'll help. I'm not sure what I expect, but the solemn nod I receive catches me off guard. He steps closer to me and places a hand on my shoulder. There is something else. Something you must know, and that I hope will not break the bond we've made. You should have mentioned this before I agreed to help you. Have you ever heard tell of the Shade of Ecria? No, what's that? The Shade of Ecria, a hero of the people, and a bane to those who would subjugate them. Dark as the night itself, smooth as black silk and fueled by the flames of vengeance. A legend in this wretched city. Wow, is the only city we've got a wretched city? How does that work? Though to ask the guard, or those who line their pockets, the Shade is a menace and a smuggler. Are you the Shade? Is this why you're spreading rumors about the Shade? I ask what he thinks. I think he was a man doing his best to right the wrongs of the powerful, but I might be biased, and I might be the Shade. Coming right out and telling me, huh? I am the Shade of Ecria. I barely have time to look impressed before he adds, and for today, so are you. What? When I retired, I hid the mask of the Shade, but even though the Shade was gone, the rumors, the legend persisted. A glider could not convince the guards to free my son, but the Shade, at the mere sight of him, they are liable to give you whatever you want. Maz points at a marking on a nearby wall. You see this? No. No, Maz, I do not see this. Head to the town gate and look for this symbol. It will lead you to the mask. Collect the mask and return to me, then we stage the rescue. Farewell, glider. The Shade of Ecria. Okay. I'll wait here for you to get the mask. It'll take a bit of a swim, but you seem capable. Farewell, glider. How did I learn to swim? If I've never been to Ecria, and there's no water where I come from, how did I learn to swim? What's the symbol you're talking about? Gestures to a nearby wall. What symbol? This one? Could be this one. It's the only symbol I can find in the area. I'll assume it's that one. Hi. You have a lizard for a face. Garay is a climber in Ecria. He smells awful and his mask is about to fall off. No, it isn't. It's fully encapsulating his head. What are you talking about? Goodbye. I cannot talk to this. Garay grunts hello. Goodbye. I apparently don't want to talk to the climberman. Alright, I talk to you. I guess I need to look for this symbol? That looks like that symbol. That is not that symbol. That is an unrelated symbol. That is an unrelated symbol. Okay. I cannot read this. I am not that literate, it seems. Alright, cool. Well, where are the gates? Where am I going? What am I doing? Is that the gate up there? Probably that is. How does one... Oh, I see. I was talking to all the guys under the bridge that leads into the city. Which is why it seemed to be largely shady types and merchants. And this is the way in. Okay, gotcha. There are guards up here, but they clearly couldn't hear us talking about the Shade of Ecria directly below where they're posted. I'm certain it's fine. Hi. I can't talk to you. Okay, cool. Oh, I'm in. Hello? Unrest. Because of the power situation, I assume. That guy's trying to explain, but nobody is putting subtitles out, so I can't... Oh, hi. Can I help you? Hi. Yes, hello. What? What do you want? The guard towers over me. I can't tell if I've somehow committed some kind of transgression as he looks me over. I mean, I did just talk to the Shade of Ecria, so there's that. He seems to be contemplating a decision of some sort and mutters something unintelligible under his breath. Hello? Who are you? Are you planning on staring all day? I could be sassy. I could be sassy if I felt like it. Let's do it! He focuses on me with a look like I had been doing something covert. And how like a glider to stumble clumsily into my midst. Your midst? How many of you are there, Guard Sandip? What do you mean? Useful. Very useful. Let's make good use of you. Me? I ask him how. Well, you're a glider. By your very nature an outsider. You belong to nothing and to no one. And therefore you are capable of an uncommon objectivity. Okay, I suppose I get that. Aren't gliders all children on their way into adulthood, though? Is this really an appropriate way to interact with a glider? I don't know. Hi, what? What do you want? I wonder if I should share my myriad of popular, unpopular, or deeply subjective opinions, but decide to spare him. He seems to have much more to say. Why are we having this thought, Sable? Is this just why we've decided to be silent, despite my sassiness? My name is Sandip, and I'm in the middle of a very serious investigation. There are few I can trust. You may have noticed that we find ourselves without power, yes? I did notice that, do we? I like it. It's rustic. Continue the sassiness, Sable. It's no accident. Someone stole the power core from out of the atomic heart, and the perpetrator eludes me still. I thought perhaps you might be able to help me solve this crime and bring the thief to justice. I don't even have the option of not helping. I had the option of not helping the Shade, but I don't have the option of not helping you. Well, fine, let's do it. Let's solve crimes. I've already begun to picture myself darting in and out of the shadows, tracking the elusive power thief through the city. In my mind, I am swiftness and smoke, a creature of cunning and dexterity. The Shade of Vecria, probably. Then Sandif hands me a rusted heap. This is an old power core. Scrap, really. But if you bring it to the machinist for me, he can fix it, and we can get this town going again. But while you're there, I want you to ask if he has any idea who might want to steal something like this. And why. I'd ask myself, but... You need to keep the investigation quiet. People are less forthcoming with guards. That one? You get it. I see I've made the right choice. Report back when you've taken care of this, yes? I'll be waiting. I say goodbye to Sandip. Are you just gonna stand here? Being a guard? Probably gonna stand here. How can I tell the difference between you and all the other guards? Sandip has a big thing sticking out of the back of his head. Is that your hair? Must be your hair. You just made a hole in the back of your helmet for your hair to stick out? I guess that works. You have the same hair as this guy here. Okay, sure. Hi. Echoing crowd. Who did this? Have you found out who it was yet? Are we under attack? How do you know that I'm I guess we did discuss my plan to investigate directly next to you, so that makes sense. Hi. Echoing crowd. You have to do something. The power's been off for days now. When will we get drinking water back? Maybe this is what they're shouting at the guard and I'm just hearing them, but they turn around to say it again to me? Because it would seem strange to have a glider walk into town and be like, Glider, fix it! Fix it, glider, fix it! Fix or glider it! Echoing cloud. This guy's the Echoing cloud. Useless. Completely useless. How did we end up in a position where almost everything we rely on comes to a complete halt? I don't know. Hi. Everyone, please remain calm. We are doing all we can to restore power to Ecria, which is to say, we are, what's the word? Not assailing, not confronting, waylaying. That works. Waylaying nearby outsiders as they walk into town and having them solve the problem for us. Which is, standard, given that gliders are basically adventurers and have low standards and no connections, so it's fine. Hi. Echoing Carlo. The camera's doing some stuff. There we go. I quite like it when the power's off. There's a sense of peacefulness to it. And I got an achievement for talking to a bunch of people. It says I'm silver-tongued, but, I did tell that guy that it's rustic, so... Does that count as silver-tongued? Is this just the background music of Ecria? It sounds like... I don't know what it sounds like. Kind of thing going on. It's almost like a musical instrument, but it only plays the one tone. But again, then it's part of the background music, so of course it's a musical instrument. I don't know. Hi. Echoing Lily. Any cuts to spare? Anything would be appreciated, glider? Okay, so 10 cuts, 50 cuts, sorry. Always be generous with the people in the streets, I guess. Have 50 cuts. Wait. I just gave you 50 cuts. Sorry. What the heck? What the heck? No interaction whatsoever? I just gave you 50 cuts and that's it? Huh. Well, maybe I shouldn't have done that. I don't know. Just immediately asked me for more. I mean, I can't say as I blame them. I gave them 50 cuts. That's probably quite a bit. I appreciate the reminder as to what the currency's called, though. Hi. Can't talk to anybody here. What is this? What am I looking at? What am I looking at? It's a fish. Wait, am I just stealing the fish? Oh. What is... Huh? Hi, what's going on? I've been slammed out of the way. What is happening? You must calm the giant flatworm. Did I disturb the flatworm? I was gonna pet him, and it was a bad idea? Hi. What? I'm sorry. I was just looking. Close. Looking close. I can't move the camera right now. Merchant Citra. So, do you make a habit of trying to get yourself eaten? It was going to eat me? I'm sorry, what was that? I am sorry. I apologize in a flurry of murmured sorries. It's met with a shake of the head. Don't say sorry to me. You're the one trying to get bitten by a worm. Why do you have a dangerous creature just hanging out in a building? I don't know. It looks like a carpet. Up until the point that it opens its eyes and looks at you. This girl is nosy, and she's bloody strong. You shouldn't get that close unless you've had the proper training, or else you've got food handy. But you're a glider, aren't you? So I suppose I can forgive a bit of clumsy worm handling. My name's Citra. I tell her I'm Sable, and she offers a quick compliment to my name, which almost soothes the embarrassment burning through my ears. After that, she's all business. Now, what's brought you here, glider? Can I help with anything? I get the sense that if Citra were an animal herself, her fur might have bristled at my question. It triggers a memory where... Is it Joddy? It's probably Joddy, right? Where Joddy told me that it can sometimes be a labor in itself to explain how one needs help, and that I ought to try and see where I'm useful before I inquire. I didn't have another conversation option. Cut me a break. But I think I've made enough of an introduction already. Do I need help? Citra gives it a moment's thought. You know what? Yes. Nosy loves a Hako and glowworm as a treat. If you could find her some, we'd both appreciate it. I tell her I think I can do that, and I decide it's better to not to ask for further details. I'm sure I can find something. I say goodbye to Citra. Nosy's nibbles. Okay, we're getting quests all over the place here. Ask around the Seven Sisters Station to find out how to catch glowworms. Seven Sisters Station? What does that even mean? Go retrieve the mask. Sure. Okay. Okay. What was the other... Didn't I get another quest around here? The one where... Hang on. Where is it? Is it the main quest? Oh, Heartbreak in the City. That's the one. Deliver the new power core to Hamza, the machinist in Necria. Right. Okay. Cool. Got it. What are these? I can't read! Ah! I thought I was What? What were you doing? Do it again. Okay. What? I hear the guard Whoa! I'm being pushed away by the chicken! I hear the guard murmuring about pomegranates to himself as I approach. When he notices me, he clams up and stands to attention. Guard Yanis, can I help you? You said something about pomegranates? The guard seems to perk up at the mention of the word. Yes, have you tried one? They sell them in the Sarai outside of town. They are unbelievable, magical, each seed a burst of watery coolness. He continues to espouse his clear obsession with the fruit, and I notice my own mouth salivating a little. I need to speak to Iria? Who's Iria? Iria's a very important person. If I'm going to let a bothersome glider interrupt her day, it better be worth my while. So I need to, bribe him with 50 cuts or a pomegranate. Never mind. Cool. I don't know who Iria is. I probably don't need to talk to her that bad. Can I go in here? Yes. Is it good to go in here? Not apparently. But there is a box I can just loot right here. So that's nice. Make back some of the money I gave to the beggar in town. Oh, wait, worm. Don't go in there. Don't go in there. You get yourself eaten. Okay. All right, cool. Well, I have a feeling I'm going to have a lot of difficulty navigating this town. I'll have to get used to where things are. Can I go into that? Wait a second. That's the mask symbol. Oh, gross, it's the sewer. I didn't realize it was the sewer. It looked like cement. Okay, there's only the mark here. It doesn't tell me which of these tunnels to go into, so I guess I'll go this way first. I cannot run while swimming. This makes sense. So I guess I'll go this way. But these tunnels are long. And I'm sure I'm going to smell great after I come out of here. Is this just raw sewage? It doesn't have anywhere to flow? It just sort of accumulates... Oh, wait a second. That's the symbol again. Okay. That's promising, I guess. Maybe use the ladder instead of the boat. Sure. There we go. Great. Is the Shade of Ecria known by his trademark stench as well? because I'm going to smell great after this. Wind chime dye. The dye bottles for the colors of the wind chime bike. Okay. Color your bike like sand. It's a nice color. But, I haven't even found the machinist yet, so, like, what am I supposed to do about it? Hang on. I don't see where the symbol was leading me. The boat that had the symbol was this one. You can see the symbol through the outside of the boat. Interesting. Let's try going this way. We got some buckets, which I can throw. We got an abandoned looking... Never mind, hi. Hums is the machinist in Ecria. I found you all of a sudden. Hello. He's busy tidying up the workshop. It looks like someone has ransacked the place. It does look that way, yes. What can I do for you, Glider? What happened here? Hums explains that this happened a few nights ago. He's got no idea who did it. Could this be related to the power going out? He seems more resigned than concerned about having his workshop ransacked and indicates he doesn't know who or why someone would do such a thing. I'm not sure I'm convinced by his ignorance, but I let it go. Anything else I can help you with? Goodbye. Hang on a second. I gotta look in my inventory real quick. I got some items I wanted to look at. One of them is the thing I need to give to you. Broken Atomic Heart Power Core. A broken power core remnant. Extremely valuable when operational. This unit should be taken to the machinist in Ecria for repair so it can be used to bring power back to Ecria. Larval Husk Package. Oh, I need to bring this to A in Ecria. Right. And I got a spare larvae husk as well, which I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do anything with. Cool. Hi. Hamza says hello. I have a delivery for you. Hamza smirks, but his expression is warm. They got you running errands, huh? I like to keep busy. Yes, I'm a little annoyed. People love to give me errands. People do love to give me errands, it seems. Almost everybody I've talked to in town is giving me an errand here. Yes, that'll happen to gliders. Suppose folks see them as having that sort of directionless liberty that means that you aren't interrupting anything if you ask that they fetch you something for you. I guess that tracks, come to think on it. I'll drop this thing off with sand dip when it's good and ready. Anything else I can help you with? I have some questions about the power cut. What do I want to ask? Any idea why someone might have taken the core? Where were you when the power went out? Who do you think did it? Any idea why someone may have taken the core? He crosses his arms and looks down, thinking on it. Power is the lifeblood of everything we do as machinists, and our work exists to uplift the past and secure the future. Power supports the machines, and machines are bound to the people. I nod, listening. If you want to take power from people, then you wish to make people powerless. He looks sad at this. I can tell through his mask. I'm very good at this. So I think you'll be looking for someone who cares little for the common person. What do I want to ask? Who do you think did it? If I had to say, he touches a hand to his chin. Iria, the merchant. I tell him I'm listening, and he shuffles his feet, getting closer to me. His voice lowers to a low rumble. Iria and her ilk run this town. The markets are their locus of control, and they've got their claws in the food stocks. Now imagine, if you will, what happens when the power goes down. All of a sudden, folks are stockpiling food, and Iria and her lot are hiking up the prices. And there's not a damn thing any of the rest of us can do, except for fix the power core and get the power back online, like you're doing right now. So yeah, you should look into Iria. You'll find her weaving her web of corruption from above the beetle market across the bridge. You'll have to persuade her guard to let you pass, though. Oh, that's Iria! Right, yeah. I add Iria the merchant to my list of suspects. Ooh, I've got a list of suspects now. What do I want to ask? Where were you when the power went out? I was in the workshop, sleeping. Get most of my sleep there lately, if I'm being honest. He shrugs. That being the case, though, I didn't notice anything was wrong. Ask why not. Because I'm a machinist is why, and not one of us, no matter how different we may seem, would ever be caught dead without a backup generator. So I had a few hours of good rest before I caught wise. Okay, fair enough, I suppose. I feel like you would notice when the backup generator went on, but okay. What do I want to ask? Okay, I'm done here. Anything else I can help you with? How about you customize my dang bike? Let's have a look. I could switch to the cartographer bike front and make it look like my bike has a jowl. I do like the jowl. It decreases my acceleration and handling. It's specifically worse in every regard. Great. I got a new color scheme for it too, huh? Well, for now, let's just make it blend in with the rest of it. I just like my bike having eyes and a jaw, you know? That should do. That's all. Thank you. Bye. What do you think? You got a new face. And you're worse at everything, except for speed. But you have a face now. Look at your face. You look like a fish. Why does I get this from the cartographer? You look like a fish. I enjoy that you look like a fish. I hope you enjoy that you look like a fish. I probably will put your original part back on eventually here, because, again, it does make you worse at everything. Oh! Where'd she go? Oh, she's down there. Oh, she's down there. I'm very sorry about driving you into sewage. I'm very, very sorry about this. Oh, no, Simone. Simone, come on. You gotta get out of there. There we go. There we go. There you go. Okay, I'm really sorry about that. You can hang out here. Wait, she's drifting back in. We gotta get some distance. There we go. There we go. You can hang out at the machinist shop, okay? I'll be back for you later. Really sorry about that, Simone. I'm really sorry about swapping out your face and then dropping you into a sewer. Really, I'm sorry about that. Okay, let's see here. I can talk to this guy for some reason. Hi. Ekrine Finn. This is a disaster. No power means no filtered water. The oasis water isn't clean enough to drink on its own. We'll go drink the stuff that I walked in earlier. Not the sewer, I mean the other stuff. Finn doesn't have anything else to say. Finn's just hanging. Finn's just chilling. He's really not chilling at all. He's the opposite of chilling. Also, his arms are very long, but his legs are robotic. I wonder if, like, his legs were shorter than fit his frame, and that's why his arms look so long? Dunno. I don't know what it entails when we get replacement limbs around here. That's not the right symbol. Oh, I'm back around to the front of town again. Huh. So you can just sneak into the back of town through the sewer at any time? And there are no guards posted back there? I get the impression maybe we aren't taking... Wait. Wait. Is this the symbol? Or is that the symbol? This is a big symbol right near the tent of the guy I was talking to, who's the Shade of Ecria. Huh. And that is the symbol that's on the wall over here. But this is next to the thing I can't read. Then again, the sewers, like swimming in the sewers, it might not be the sewers. It might just be unfiltered water. Unfiltered because the power is currently out. That doesn't involve swimming, and I was told I needed to do a swim in order to get this mask, you know? So probably I need to go back to the sewers. Not the sewers, you know. I need to go back swimming and go in the other tube. The one that I didn't go in before. That's my guess, anyway. Okay, so I delivered the power core. I interrogated the machinist. Which way did I come from? This way, I think, right? Right, there was the boat I clambered on over here. Oh, you know what? I bet the symbol here is meant to indicate you swim in here. I was probably taking the instructions backward. You need to swim in here and then hang a left. That's probably. Just swim. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. That's the main theme here. Okay, so... let's try going this way. If this is genuinely all you need to do to find the mask of the Shade of Ecria, it's not very well hidden. Like, if you get in the waterway and you go the only way you can, it leads you right... Wait, what is this? Is this it? Ekrine guard trousers? Made from Hakoan metals, the lightness of these metals is unparalleled, allowing nimble movement and strong resistance in combat. Combat? I mean, I guess the guards get in combat. I don't know how to fight. I'm a child. Why do your guard trousers fit me? There. Fancy. I thought that was my midriff exposed, but now that I look at it, it's just colored like it could... No, it's not the same color as my neck. It's not my flesh at all. This is entirely covering... This thing here is entirely covering my entire top. I'm putting back on my glider top. I like having the cloak. I like the floaty business. I should have probably bought the the biker gear, you know? But I don't have a source of money yet. I don't have a job. Which I guess is what I'm out here trying to find, huh? In any case, if they hid the mask of the shade in the... Well, wait a second. I can't get in there. And there's a chum in there. What do you want me to do about that? I guess climb up here, huh? Try and go in the other side. Anyway, if they hid the mask directly in the only place... Wait, look at there's Sable. In the only place you can swim to, then that's not very well hidden. That's all I'm going to say. That wants me to go in there. I don't understand. Hi. Courier Jyoti. The power being off means a lot of business is stopped completely, but some market traders seem to have been able to take advantage of the situation and deliver is even busier than ever. Iria and her kind always seem to know how to squeeze blood from a stone, but this feels like things have worked out too well for them. Maybe don't tell anyone I said that. I mean, I am currently investigating that exact thing, so I probably am going to tell a person that you said that. Just so you know. I can't read. I can't read. I used to be able to read, couldn't I? I can read street signs, but I can't read the signs in here, huh? Is the idea that it's actually not my language, or is the idea that I just don't care? I'm not sure. Okay. So the path under the water goes to this boat. You can't see the symbol on this boat unless you're swimming out from the tunnel. So maybe the indication is that I'm supposed to go here. And just look for the symbol here. In which case, when he says that it requires a swim, you're supposed to go in the city, see the symbol, and swim out of the city, and go around to the back, which is where I am right now. There's a chum over there. Maybe I need to swim across the water to over there. That could be. Because I don't see the symbol anywhere around here. Okay, that way led to the machinist. Let's go over there. And just keep an eye out for the symbol. I'm glad that my stamina meter doesn't show up when I start swimming, by the way. Because this is a long way to swim, and I feel like I'd be in a lot of trouble. But swimming doesn't take stamina. Of course not. It's hardly physically taxing at all. Swimming, you can do it all day. No problem. Apparently. Apparently that is Sable's take on the situation, and I must say I appreciate it. I do wonder where I learned to swim, though. I don't think we had water where I came from. Also, what happens if I try and fish in water? Now that I think on it. Ha. Nah. Bah. I'm specifically not allowed to swim in... fish in water. Fish don't live in water. They live in the sand, dummy. Okay, gotcha, sorry. I understand. Chum. Hello, chum. Given how many of these guys I need to find, I sort of wish I could skip their little cutscene. But I guess it is, you know, an important part of their life cycle, and I should not be quite so dismissive of it, huh? Each one's having a unique experience, I assume. I just can't tell the difference myself. Untrained eyes and all that, you know? Hi. Are you bigger than the other ones have been? Chums are huge. Look at these things. Hi. I don't think the other chums were this big, were they? This seems really big. Maybe they've all been that size. I don't know. I don't see the mask symbol out here. Alls I see out here is chums. I could probably climb that, though. Is there a point? Is there ever a point? Climb it. See what happens. Oh, I can't go through a vertical surface. This is a doomed endeavor, isn't it? Yep, okay. Well, it was worth a try. I am curious if you can get to the top of this rock structure, but not with my stamina in its depleted state. Huh. Glowing red stuff seems important. I wonder what that means. I thought we didn't have power. Maybe the glowing red means no power. Yeah? Maybe it glows green when it's working? That does seem to be how we do things around here. There is a crane. Based on the fork of the crane, it looks like it's probably, you know, it's like a big giant cartoon magnet. It's probably a magnetic crane, I guess. Or an arm, or a grabby arm. Could be a grabby arm. I have no idea where these symbols are that are supposed to lead me to this Shade of Ecria thing. Apparently, I'm not very good at finding how to be Batman. Former Batman would be very disappointed in me. Swimming around out back, not getting anything done. So there's something on top of that rock there. There's definitely something on top of that rock there. What is that? I wish I had a telescope, but I don't. What is that? I can't tell. So how does... Oh, you know what? These platforms are traversable. You just got to figure out how to get up there. Okay. Let me try and figure out how to get up there. It's probably not going to be the Mask of the Shade. And that's fine. I don't need to be on task all the time. It's that sort of a game. It's that sort of a thing, the gliding. You can do whatever you want. People can ask you to do stuff, yes. But also, you're on a gliding. You can do whatever you want. It might take days before they get any results, and they might never get any results. And that's fair play. I can take that. I can take this. Oasis Dragonfly. I can catch dragonflies? Huh. Let's have a look. Oasis Dragonfly. Only found in large open bodies of water. Tricky to catch, but beautiful to look at, and extremely nutritious? Really? Wouldn't be my first thought if I picked up a dragonfly, I'll be honest with you. How many nutrients does this thing have? Not what I would think of. Plus, I mean, I don't seem to eat anything, so how do I know? Alright, let's see here. I need to go there, so let's just glide there. I do wonder if it's possible to climb this structure here, but I don't have the stamina for that, that's for sure. I am not cool enough for that just yet. Can we make it over here? I think so, and then I think I can climb that there, but you have to go at it from above, because if you try and access it from the ground, you can't make it to the part you can climb. Look at that. I made it. What is that, though? I still can't tell. Well, let's get over there and find out, I guess. Watch me run out of stamina and fall right back into the sewer. What is this? Oasis flower. I got an oasis flower. What's an oasis flower? A beautiful flower that grows atop a rock in the Ecrian Oasis. A gift to give someone you care about. Okay. Good to know. I guess if I find someone I care about, maybe I'll give them a flower. I need to find out where the friggin' mask is or get anything done on any of my tasks here, but at the moment, that's not going so hot. However, I gotta stop for today. But you gotta stop somewhere, right? You gotta rest. Got a lot to take in right now. Apparently I need to talk to Iria, but for that I need maybe a pomegranate? I should see how much pomegranates cost out front. Maybe that one merchant who didn't sell anything now sells pomegranates. Because I've heard that someone might want pomegranates, and they sell things based on what you want rather than what they have. Could be. Could be. In any case, eventually I get to be Batman, I think. I think I get to be Batman. I guess we'll find out. Thank you for watching. Next time, pomegranate trade, I suppose. Or something. Great. I'll see you then.